This video is to help you get started on playing a mid-range control Amber Ruby deck that revolves around Dale's strong aura with big body characters. The question I usually get is this better than Amber Amethyst Dale? The answer is more complicated than yes or no. Both decks have their own pros and cons. The most obvious one is that Amethyst gives Dale decks more unconditional draws in general, while Ruby gives it more removals. In this video, I will talk about the individual cards in the deck, techs and substitute cards, the game plan, the basic opening line, and the altar phase for the deck. Let's start with the one-cost characters. Tinkerbell is a safe 1-drop pick for the deck since she can basically remove most 1-drops in the game. Keeps the 1-cost lady and dogs in check, as well as having 3 strength to be safe for Under the Sea. Mulan, on the other hand, is one of the 1-drops that has the strongest aura. Comes turn 4, no one wants to exert, and others would spend a removal just to get rid of her due to the shift Mulan that we will talk about later. She is also a great target for Julieta Madrigal and Ohana. For 2-cost cards, just like Amber Amethyst Dale deck that I previously posted, it has both Grandmother Willow and Lantern to help you ramp on turn 2. Having 1 copy of either card in your opening hand is a very important part of your strategy. Mowgli, on the other hand, is a very important tech for the deck since this is a mid-range control deck that relies on tempo. We are very weak against board wipes. You can definitely run more copies of it if needed. Julieta Madrigal is more of an insurance card to be able to establish a high willpower character for both Ohana and Dale if you ever miss your ramp on turn 2. It is also a great turn 3 play if you had no ramp and you happen to have played Mulan on turn 1 or 2. An important thing to know about the card is that you can also remove damage from your opponent's characters. There are games where playing her is important just so you can draw and keep playing the game. This deck has a lot of 4-cost characters since it's a big part of our game plan to ramp on turn 2. All of your 4-cost characters are good in this deck. They are all viable choices in most matchups. Agustin is so big and can help trigger World's Greatest Criminal Mind in this deck, as well as lock your opponent's board since they don't want you to swing with him, and get draws from Ohana Means Family. Dale is usually a card I try to hold as a surprise attack, but he is definitely my turn 3 play if I'm against Emerald Sapphire since he can quest for 2. Minnie Mouse is so huge and usually the safest play on turn 3. It can protect all your low-cost characters unless your opponent have a hard removal. For our 5-cost characters, we have Stitch and the Headless Horseman. Stitch is a must in decks like this that lacks draws. He might not be the best draw engine in the game, but at least he can still help you keep playing the game most of the time, since there's not a lot of better choices. The Headless Horseman, on the other hand, is an amazing card for the deck. It's great against dogs, Genie and Elsa, and most of the low-cost characters in general. And most of all, he counters other Dale decks. His second ability is amazing as well for trading in general. Just make sure you understand how Dale works in the deck so you can sequence your play properly. Mulan is our only 6-cost character. This card has one of the strongest aura in the game. With ramp, you can use her shift ability on turn 4 and wipe the board, if your opponent exerts, of course. She also has an amazing synergy with the deck in general. The Headless Horseman, Agustin, and Dale can help her wipe the board. She also has a high willpower that is great with Ohana Means Family. Surfer Stitch is added to the deck since we don't really have a choice. We are desperate for draws. Don't get me wrong. It is great in a deck that can ramp and create tempo very well. He is also great with both Dale and Ohana. But the expensive conditional draw can be quite tough sometimes. But if you can trigger his ability, then you will have an ultra megatonic time in the game. Ohana Means Family is amazing in this deck, and I'm all for it since I love this card. Dale decks naturally have high willpower characters, and this deck specifically has multiple 5 to 8 willpower characters, and it makes a card like Ohana very happy. The Horseman Strike is one of the best removals in the game. It makes evasive completely useless, and it pays for itself. 2 copies of World's Greatest Criminal Mind is enough for the deck. Agustin is a great combo with it. It serves as an insurance to take out big characters in general. Grab Your Bow is a key part of the deck that keeps dogs in check. 2 copies of it should be enough since the card can be completely useless since we are not running any cards that can lower down our opponent's strengths. It's also great against Genie into Elsa Curve. Now, let's talk about cards that can be added or tacked into the deck. Daisy Duck. Attack against blue-green. For other match, it's a cheap, big character that works great with Dale and can raise in the right moment. After all, a 1-cost uninkable is usually counted as a 0.5 uninkable card in decks like this. Ruben. An alternate choice for Lantern. It's inkable and has a burst of ramp, but conditional, and only great on curve if you played Mulan on turn 1. Hercules. A great one-of for the deck. It can bring back a draw card or a removal. Faju. Great if you run Ruben and max out Julieta. Can also add speed for the deck. Elisa Maza. Amazing tech against Under the Sea, but we usually skip 3 costs, and the deck already has a lot of tech for dogs, so I'm not 100% sure if we even need something like this. Sisu. A decent 3-drop if you take out Lantern and go for the Ruben and Fashu tech. It can also add more speed to the deck. Scrooge McDuck. It can help with draws, but can hurt the deck because it's uninkable. Tinkerbell. A great way to sing Grab Your Bow fast. You can also shift on turn 3 and take out the opponent's Willow. It is also great for late game if you have Mulan or to force challenges in general for Ohana draws. Balu. Great if you max World's Greatest Criminal Mind and has an amazing synergy with the deck in general. Elsa. Another choice for exerting opponent's characters for Mulan, or just challenging them in general so you can set up for Ohana. Raging Storm. This card is if you like having a board wipe for the deck. Not my favorite attack at all, since I like winning the tempo on the board. Marching Off to Battle. Attack to have more draws, and it is also great for Headless Horseman on turn 4 and sing with your 4-cost characters to draw 2. Medallion Weights. Another draw engine choice. This card is also amazing if you end up maxing out World's Greatest Criminal Mind. Kristoff's Loot. A one-of this can be a nice draw engine for the deck. It can be very expensive though. Now, let's talk about the game plan for this deck. This is almost exactly like Amber Amethyst Dale deck, in a way where you want to ramp on 2 and fast forward the game to your 4-cost and 5-cost characters. The deck is naturally great against evasive characters compared to Amber Amethyst. Headless Horseman, Horseman Strikes, and Grab Your Bow can completely shut down any evasive game plans. The deck is also better against dogs. The downside of the deck is it doesn't have as many reliable draws. You sometimes can go dry, so you always have to make sure that you are ahead in the board while waiting for a good time to draw. Our alter game plan is almost like Amber Amethyst. Without Willow or Lantern, we full alter to find 1. Your turn 2 ramp is far too important since you want to get to your 5-cost characters right away. A 1-cost character can be kept while you are looking for Willow or Lantern. If you have ramp already, look for a 1-cost character, Augustine or Dale, and Stitch plus Headless Horseman. Having both Stitch and Headless Horseman is far too important, especially on a blind matchup. If you are against dogs, or anything that plays fast, Headless Horseman is a great reactive card to answer the opponent. When things are going slow, Stitch is a great proactive play for turn 4. Drawing is essential for the deck, since all of your draw cards are conditional. Playing Stitch on the curve, if you're not against dogs, is almost a must. You want to be able to keep playing the game, and not to be on top deck mode. That would be it for today, everyone. If you want a deeper dive into the deck, be sure to check out my Metafy to book some coaching sessions. Don't forget to smash that like, subscribe, and bell button. Don't forget to comment down below your thoughts, or just leave an emoji, because it helps. I'll see you all in the next video. Peace!